folks, and welcome back to the shed. Firstly, a massive thank you to all the subscribers. The comments and suggestions I got after the last video was absolutely fantastic. Some great ideas come through, and some of them I will be doing over the next couple of months. And of course, welcome to all the new subscribers. This week I'm going to be making a box about 8 inches round. My wife keeps all the sewing equipment, the needles, cottons, threads and whatnot, in a biscuit tin. And the biscuit tin we've had for years and years, and it's fallen apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a box to keep them all in. So I'm going to start with two. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go over to the bench and I can show you over there what we're going to be doing. This is what I'm going to be using this week for the project. I've got two blanks. The top one is maple, and it's 8 inches by 2 inches deep, and the bottom one is American cherry. It's 2.5 inches deep by 8 inches round. It's like an orangey colour, this. I've never used American cherry. I've used the stuff we get round here, cherry wood, but I've never actually turned this. I got it from the Shandleys. It's a company down south. So that's going to be the body of the box. We'll push that to one side first, and we'll start with the lid. First of all, I found the centre with the calipers. You can see the pencil mark, so that is the true centre hole that I want, and I'm going to hold it on the lathe into the jaws on a faceplate. The faceplate I'm going to use is this one. It has a dovetail on the inside and the jaws fit into it and grip. I use these little dowels that I make. It's just a round piece of scrap wood. It's still got the dovetail off the jaws on it. I just use that to hold it. I put a nail in the end, and this just goes into there, and it fits exactly. You just locate the centre hole, and that is the true centre. Put your screws in, take it away. This morning, I think it was this morning or yesterday morning, no, it was this morning, Jim from the YouTube channel Jimson stuff done a tutorial on making these little dowels, so that's worth a watch. I'll leave a link below for that for you. Right, we'll get this screwed in and we'll go over to the lathe and we'll start the project. So we've got this now ready to start. It's securely in the jaws, but it is very much off true, so we'll just bring this in. That's now ready to start taking the material out for the lid. So we need two pieces out of this, one for the lid and one for the lid extension. Bear in mind we have the screws coming in from the faceplate as well. We should be okay. Right. That will be fine. Right, I'll just spend a minute or so just getting this so we know exactly where I am. Okay. Never find a pencil when I want one. Right. I'm about there now, so that'll do me fine. I can take this away now, take the middle out. Well, there's the lid down as far as I want to go. I've just got to make sure I've got these walls nice and square. So what we've got to do is get this measured right up. Where was my last measurement gone? Here it is. So we're still there. That's my measurement there. And that's going to be the first part of the lid. So I can now sand the inside up, and then we can separate this and then do the lid extension. But we have got to be careful, we have got screws in the lid extension coming through, so we're not left with a great deal of room there. Well, this is the maple lid. It's now finished on the inside. I've given 2 coats of sanding sealer with a rubbing of 0000 wire wool in between each coat, and then I've done a Yorkshire grit. After the Yorkshire grit, it's had wood wax, and then finished with microcrystalline. It's really nice. It's lovely to the touch. It's a really nice finish. So I'm going to part it off now, and then we can work on this back piece, which is the lid extension. I think at that point I'll just finish this cut off with a saw, because it's quite a way in there. Okay, so there's the lid, and this will become the extension. Now this here, I'll clean this up when I've done the base, the body of the bowl. I'll put this on and I'll just clean this back end up, so I won't worry about that. It's nice on the inside. That's the only important bit at the moment. So we put that to one side. I'll face this up, and we've got to part a piece off this. Well, that's nice. This piece is going to get glued back on, so the truer we have it, the better it is. That won't need any sanding now. That can just go straight on, hopefully. So the next thing to do is to part a piece off, and remembering that we've got the screws coming through, so we've got to be careful. I'm down quite a way now. I'm down just before the actual faceplate. So to be sure that I don't hit the screws coming through, I'm going to use the saw now and finish this cut off. Okay, so we've got this now separated, and I didn't actually, if I'd have carried on through with this piece, I probably would have hit the screws coming through, but I actually haven't seen them. So now what will have to happen now is I'll clean, when I've done the box, this will go on to the tenon, then I'll clean the back end up, then the clean piece there will glue onto that, and then I can clean, well, I'll clean this up on the sander, and then we'll do the pattern and the Milliput in there. So that's the lid, and this is what I call the lid extension for the time being. So I'm going to get cleaned up now and ready for the next stage. Well, the bottom of this now is finished. It's nice. It feels really nice. I like this cherry, this American cherry. It's a nice colour. What I'm going to do is turn it round now and start on the inside. So I'll get it turned round and we'll have a look. So I've got this turned round. It's now firmly in the jaws in expansion mode, and the front's cleaned up. So I'm going to just now just get ready for it to accept the lid. We have to start with the tenon there. Now that's on, but it's still tight. So I'll just take it back down a little bit further, but we'll leave it quite tight. For the time being, it's better to have it tight while I'm working on it, and then I can loosen it up later. I have to bring the tailstock back in now. But now at the stage where I've got this where I want it, you know, straight sides, biscuit tin, that's what I was going for. This is ready for sanding and polishing. I'll do that later. This is the lid that we've done. The inside's done. The outside can't be finished until this is done. This piece is the lid extension, I call it. I don't know why. I'm going to get the scroll saw and put the pattern in this piece, get it all sanded up, and then we'll glue that onto there. So them two pieces will stay together and then they'll be finished together. There's nothing else I can do there now. I'm going to sand this up and get it polished up, and I'll come back to you at the next stage. Okay, well there's the pattern. It's all cut out now and that's ready to go onto the lid. That's the last thing I'm going to do tonight, is I'm going to just glue the pattern straight onto the lid and leave it overnight, and tomorrow we can put it on the lathe, true it up, and cut the groove in for the Milliput on the side. Right, well we're coming up towards the finishing line now on this. The Milliput has all gone hard, so we're ready to start. Now I've got the lid on the box with a paper tissue in between for a bit of protection, and I've got a block pushing this with a soft grip pad in between, so it keeps it secure. And I'm going to work on this outside ring first. I'm going to take this off, and then I'll put some supporting tape, painter's tape or something around here, and work on the front. The tools I'll be using will be probably a negative rig scraper and a long grind ball gouge, just to scrape this off the front. So let's get it done. Well, there you go. I'm up to the finishing process, so I'm going to carry on and do that. I've got a small button. I made a few small buttons, I'll show you them. Now I don't know which one I'm actually going to put on. I'll let my wife pick one, and then we'll do that towards the end. I'll get this done now, and we'll come back and show you at the end of the process. Well, there we are. That's the final, the end of the project. Nice little sewing box. I think it looks quite nice. The body of the box is American cherry, and I quite like that. It's nice wood. And the lid is maple, and the Milliput insert is terracotta, and the little handle, the little button handle, is hawthorn. So it seems to look okay on it. Well, as I say, I'm quite happy with it. I think it's okay. I'll leave a few stills up at the end. If I was to do this again, you'll notice in the video I had to be very careful where I was cutting through the lid and what I called the lid extension, because I held it on the lathe with a faceplate, and the screws were coming through, and I had to be careful. If I'd done it again, I'd use a glue block. I think it would be a lot safer. So that's it, folks. Please send me any comments and suggestions and any questions. I will always get back to you. It might take me a few days, but I'll always get back to you. So until next time, everyone take care of themselves, and bye for now.